So hi, welcome to today's video. My name is Colton and you're watching Trucking Inspired. So if you clicked on today's video, that's right, this video is all about Mack. Not about the computers, but more in line with the trucking company. And in this video, we're going to be going over 7 things you didn't know about Mack trucks. We're going to be starting off with the origins, going into the logo, famous models, media presence, and we'll round off the video with Mack and where it is today. So if you like these videos and you're getting the value out of it, please let me know by commenting down below, hitting the like button, and also subscribing to the channel because I'm going to be doing a video series here breaking down all of today's large truck manufacturers. So make sure you subscribe with that bell notification on so that you don't miss a thing. Let's get into it. Origins of the company. So just like many other great companies, most of them are born right here in the US, and Mack is no different. Mack gets its start just before the turn of the 20th century in Brooklyn, New York. The year was 1890, and John M., or known as Jack Mack, was working at a carriage and wagon manufacturer when he and one of his brothers got together, Augustus Mack, and they'd actually wind up purchasing that wagon company. They successfully ran that business throughout the 1890s, right before the dawn of the new year, changing centuries. Carriages were being phased out as transportation technology advanced, and as the brothers began experimenting with their own motorized automobiles. And in 1990, the brothers built their very first vehicle. It was a sightseeing bus used throughout the Brooklyn area. It was a 40 horsepower, 20-person capacity Mack bus. And that was the bus that would actually be later converted into what would become the first Mack truck. Now Mack continued to innovate throughout this part of the early century, and they had many other successful transportation machines, but this is just the basics. And if you want to know more, let me know in the comment and I'll make another video going deeper into detail on the history of Mack. The logo. So the infamous Bulldog. It is known worldwide as being tough as nails and for its raw power. And everyone is familiar with this icon, but do you actually know where the Bulldog for Mack trucks got its origin? Well, let's get into it. Well, we were right in the middle of World War I in 1916, and Mack actually started to supply the U.S. military with more than 4,500 trucks, the AC model to be specific. And 2,000 of those trucks were actually sent to Great Britain. And so what did the Brits actually think of this truck manufacturing company? Well, these British soldiers claimed that the truck was so powerful and tenacious that the machines were actually made a connection with these soldiers by referencing them to the English Bulldog, known for its fight and its never surrendering personality. And in 1921, the first sighting of the Bulldog being used for Mack trucks was actually on the side of the truck, and it was a frontal view of a bulldog tearing up a book. And in 1932, Alfred Masuri, I'm probably jacking that off, Mack's chief engineer actually created the ornament and was mounted on the radiator cap. And as truck manufacturing technology evolved, so did the placement of this Bulldog. The infamous English Bulldog went through many design changes, just like Mack truck. And as exposed radiator caps went away, the final resting place for this iconic Bulldog was on the front of the hood, and making it one of the most iconic hood ornaments ever. Oh my God, it's hot as out here. Okay, so now that we made it through the origins of the company and we are past the logo, let's get into some actual trucks. And these trucks I'm going to be talking about are some famous models over the course of Mack's history. So for the better part of 100 years, Mack has actually built some of the toughest trucks to ever be on the road and off the road. But with that being said, there are a few heads that stick above the rest of the crowd, and that's what we're going to do, is we're actually going to try to highlight some of these models. So let's go all the way back to starting off with the Mack AC. And when the AC was actually called upon to accomplish nearly impossible tasks for military and civilians, with over 40,000 AC models actually being built within a 24-year period, this truck is also famous for, like we said, giving Mack its iconic Bulldog image, for achieving a degree of success with international as well as domestic fame, making it one of the most iconic trucks of history, not just Mack trucks. And in 1927, Mack rolled out the BJ and the BB models. And these were actually the first of the early B series. These were Mack's first truck to be met with the growing need for more hauling capacity and could operate at higher speeds, as well as the nation's road infrastructure was slowly improving. And there were variations in the state regulations for truck weights and sizes, and more than 15,000 of these trucks were actually built before the year of 1941. Now this last one on the list as far as iconic models go is actually one near and dear to my heart because we actually have a R model series at the shop. So to finish this one off, we're actually going to roll right into the R series. Now Mack rolled out its R series to replace the B series in 1965. The model has run exceptionally long. Some of the R models manufactured as late as 2005. And just like the Mack B series, Mack R series became one of the most popular heavy-duty trucks on the market. So it actually got so over hot my camera heated. It is, I don't know, it's not even 10 o'clock yet, and it wasn't even 9 o'clock at that point, and the camera, it was so hot outside, the camera overheated. So I don't know exactly where I am. Immediate presence. So we crawled up in the cab here to hopefully try to finish this video. The camera is a little bit shaky, so hopefully I'm able to fix that in post, but let's just get back into the video. All right, so over the course of more than 100 years, Mack Trucks has made their presence known in film and television and other works of art alike. That being said, I've compiled a short list of a few very notable mentions of Mack trucks. So let's get into them. So 5 1970s Mack RS700 series trucks were used in the movie Convoy, which stars Highwayman himself, Chris Christopherson. Whatever his name is, the Highwayman, you know his part. And he plays the role of Rubber Duck. Next on the list is a 1970s Mack R600. And it's used to haul an oil tanker, hey, tanker yanker baby, in Mad Max 2 Road Warrior, which is starring Mel Gibson. Thank you, Mel. That's nice. My personal favorite here is Mr. Dale Gribble from King of the Hill. And Dale is obviously the actual star of the show, not Hank. And don't at me about that. Let's fight in the comments. So throughout all his mishaps and a blind eye to his wife paying reparations with sex, and the conspiracy theories hardly ever seen without sporting his orange and white Mack cap. And last on the list is a children's movie. It's actually my little brother's favorite movie when we was growing up, and that is in the movie Cars. Mack is an animated 1985 Mack Superliner, voiced by John Ratzenberger, or however you say his name. It's a great movie, great truck. And there are countless other appearances Macks have made throughout history in works of film and television, but this is just a short list. So let me know, like I said in the comments below, if you want me to go into more detail of any of these things, comment below. Mack today. Alright, so I did my best to find the most accurate numbers that I could. So if my numbers don't match what you know, please provide a little bit of insight to me, not only myself, but also the community watching these videos in the comments down below. So as of the most recent reporting, Mack holds just 7.5 of the total Class 8 market share, selling over 14,000 new Mack trucks of last year. So Mack as a company has come a long way. The company has changed hands just a couple of times over the course of 100 years. But currently Mack is in the Volvo family. After being acquired in the year 2000, they actually moved their corporate headquarters down to Greensboro, North Carolina. While manufacturing and assembly is still mostly done throughout the New England area, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Maryland, I was actually pretty shocked to learn of how much the Mack truck is actually built right here on the U.S. soil. Very interesting. Which is they build every heavy-duty Mack engine, transmission, and driveline right here in the U.S. of A. And as of right now, that is where Mack stands as a company. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you so much for giving me just a little bit of your time today. It really means the world to me. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know if you want me to go into any more detail and what company I should do next. Peterbilt, Freightliner, Volvo as a whole. You let me know and I'll do it. It really helps out when you guys give a thumbs up on the video. It helps YouTube recommend you more videos like this, not only for me, but other trucking creators. So be sure to hit the like button as well as subscribe if you like this kind of content, because I'm breaking down all these other trucking companies coming up. So be sure you have that notification on so when they go live, you don't miss out. Like I said, my name is Colton. This has been Trucking Inspired, putting you behind the wheel. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.